you doing?
What's
Welcome
up?
back to Leather Helmet Fandom Podcast. Don't really know if it's a podcast, but it's coming to you
Your one time a year podcast.
one time a year, week 8.
Hit these shit.
We are midway through the NFL season. Done mowing. Actually have time, so I figured I'd try to get on the mic and put some bets out there, talk to the world. We're going to only go through 6 picks, 3 picks each. And if all 3 hit, we will be giving away some money. So make sure you subscribe, like, comment.
He can get that away. Not me.
Yeah, I will be giving it away. It doesn't matter. It'll be coming from us. And yeah, so let's get right into it. Josh, you want to go first on yours?
Yeah, sure. So I'll start with the little juice boy, the obvious. So I'm gonna take a same game parlay. I got Jonathan Taylor's anytime touchdown parlayed with the not Titans. That'd be a bad bet. The Colts -9.5 spread.
Colts play who?
Colts play the Titans, the worst team in the NFL right now. So if you look at just like stats, team versus team, it's literally like, when I say literally, like, I'm not exaggerating, the worst in almost every metric when it comes to defensively, Titans, and then the best in every metric in the Colts so far this year. I don't think the Colts are the best offense, but they're just too way far apart team-wise. And the Titans have lost 5 of their 7 games by more than 10 points. And the last time the Colts played the Titans, they beat them by 21. And it probably would have been more, but they were up by like 30 plus. So a little garbage time scoring by the Titans. JT had 3 touchdowns in that game also. So expect at least one easy run in. Even if he doesn't get a lot of work because they just blow him out or whatever, he's just not needed. I can't see him getting less than 3-4 attempts in the red zone this game. I mean, there's a reason he's -390 odds.
Who's his backup?
DJ Giddens.
Has he gotten a touchdown all season?
No.
Probably not. All right.
Probably he's gotten like 4 touches.
So it's not like those things where it's like Bijan Robinson gets a
Nobody's
rushing touchdown
robbing
taken away
it.
from
It would
him.
be Daniel Jones robbing it. He hasn't really ran this much this year just because he hasn't had to.
Good.
He's got good protection. He's got TJ Warren.
All right. So it's Jonathan Taylor anytime touchdown with what?
With, why do I keep saying the Titans? The Colts. -9.5. It sounds, I don't know. I feel like I've never been the Colts in the past.
That's tough,
Like,
dude.
ever the last 2 years.
Taking a -9.5.
They're 14.5 favorites.
I mean, I get it, but
literally
anything can literally just
anything can
roll.
happen.
No, not anything can happen. Anything,
Cam Ward's going to turn
anything
into
could
the
throw it
best
off to
QB.
make it go under the 9.5 is what I'm saying. Like some bull crap, like
Yeah, but the game's not going to be close.
till it is when it doesn't even matter.
It's not one of those games where it's like this
They're gonna be
team's
up like 14.
This team's like a sure win. No, this team's a sure like blowout.
All right, we'll see.
This isn't like Panthers Falcons like, oh, didn't see that coming.
Yeah,
Because one team's a lot better than
They're
the other,
both-
but they both suck. No, like this is
offense and defense are trash. So
yeah, it's
makes sense.
night and day. It's like there's no whatever comparing. So it's just easy juice, -150 line. Take it, leave it, hit it,
Negative
bid
150 too.
-150. Bro, it's a
Negative
guarantee.
9.
Lock the house, bet your mom, bet
All
your
right,
sister.
whatever. The next one I
Bet your
got
kids.
is Saquon Barkley anytime TD. He's on a 2-game hiatus for touchdowns. The last time that he scored was also a receiving touchdown. So usually, actually, he can kind of get it through the air or the game or the ground, I guess I would say. But it doesn't really matter because I think he's going to be getting one since he's been on hiatus. He's had a very lackluster year, I guess you would say, as far as rushing goes. But he didn't get a touchdown 2 weeks ago when he played the Giants. Now they're playing the Giants again. Are they home? Are you guys home this week? Or were they home last time?
I think they were home last time. We lost, right?
So that's pretty tough. And you still didn't get a touchdown. But that was the game that Jalen Hurts had 5 tush pushes in a row. Shouldn't even call them tush pushes, false pushes, where you just go off sides over and over and over. And that got him a touchdown. So who knows if they're going to do that again. If they do it again, they're not going to be doing it next year. I'll tell you that. But yeah, I just see him getting it mainly because he hasn't gotten it in a long time, and he kind of just is due for one. So I can
And
easily.
what are the
see him
odds
doing
on anytime?
minus 155, but I'm putting 2 units on it, so then it's
pretty good.
basically gives you 1 unit if you put on 2 units.
Like-
If he didn't have this hiatus, I probably wouldn't have been doing it, especially with obviously Hurts being able to take away the work and take the touchdown. But I think it's a division matchup. They're going into a bye week. There's no way in heck they want to let them get swept by the Giants, so they need a score. AJ Brown's out.
Yeah, I mean,
So
it's not. You don't. I
Devontae
feel like you
Smith's
don't
a-
have to back up a Barkley touchdown.
I'm just saying, like, there's a lot that goes into it to favor him that normally wouldn't be there. Whereas, like, if it's just a normal game, then sure, but there's a lot that favors him to then get another touchdown other than Jalen Hurts taking away from him. So
Yeah.
let's just hope that doesn't happen, and I think it should for sure hit. But you know, your second one.
All right. I think I want to save the late window for last.
Yeah, definitely.
So I'll go into my next one. I don't love this one mainly because I don't love this team, and I feel like every time I'm like, yeah, they look kind of interesting, I get let down. But I'm gonna take Drake London over 63.5 receiving yards. So he's averaged 68 yards with Cousins.
That's pretty good.
Cousins is expected to start over Penix, PP Jr.
Still not ruled out yet, though, but it's highly likely is what they're saying.
So
We'll see.
we're gonna expect Kirk Cousins. So
Okay.
I don't really think if it's a huge bump up. I just like how much he hyper targeted Drake London and how much he hated Pitts. So if you look at his 7 or 8 games with Drake London, he had some down games where it was like 2 or 3 targets, but every other game outside of that, he had over 10 plus targets. And he was actually catching it at a 68% catch rate with Cousins. So give the man even 9 targets, 6 catches. Like, how do you? It's possible he doesn't hit it, but I mean, they get the Dolphins too this week. Like, Dolphins aren't surprisingly, statistically, they're not that bad for how bad they look this year. They're not that bad against the receivers. But because their offense is so bad and the Falcons will be able to move the ball, I think we'll get enough opportunities to hit this line. And I like London as a receiver himself.
I'll challenge you on this though. Let's say he targeted him or he hyper targeted him, whatever you would want to call it, to Drake London when he played, but he lost his starting job doing that. Do you think he's going to change it up and then start giving it to Bijan? Because I know I used to look at Bijan's numbers when Kirk was in there and he didn't give to Bijan. They've moved to passing to Bijan a lot more and giving him more work since that's happened, since they made the transition. So do you think he's going to be like, yo, I got to change something up, make sure I try to get a starting job or somewhere else?
I don't think he cares that much, honestly. If I'm just reading into like the narrative part of it, I just think Cousins likes playing football still, but like if he's not on a team that's winning a Super Bowl, like there's not much left for him to prove or care about.
He definitely just wants the Super Bowl. I'm just saying because that's the only person that's going to take away his work is Bijan Robinson. I don't really know any other receiver that's going to take.
I think Bijan will have a good game too. I just think
he could get a few catches here and there, but
I can't see less than 8 targets.
Who do they play
this game?
Falcons versus
Dolphins.
Ooh,
and they get a home game. The Falcons
in their home game. Do they
in a dome? I don't know. I feel like it's pretty
pretty
set up for a successful.
Move on to my second bet. It's another.
What was the odds? It was -111 on Drake London.
111. That's odd.
That's a weird one.
All right,
DraftKings Live.
Yeah, Sutton anytime touchdown score. Another touchdown. I'm going with. This one's plus units though, so I'm only going to do 1 unit instead of the 2 units. It's plus 125. I don't know if I said plus units, but plus odds. Cowboys have led up the second most receiving touchdowns in the league, 16 of them to their opponents, and 12 of those 16 were to wide receivers. So they kind of just nil-willy kind of give it up. Plus, they're always usually in shootouts because of this, because their offense is so amazing and their defense is complete trash. They kind of just are going to reluctantly just give up passing touchdowns because it's just shootouts over and over and over. And luckily, I believe Bo Nix can get into a shootout type of game, but their defense is very good, so I don't even know if it will be a shootout. But Josh thinks, however, when we talked about this offline, that Cowboys will be able to move on defense like the Broncos, but I think they will be able to as well. I just don't think as much as they have in the past weeks. Especially,
I like the Broncos defense. I just think they're slightly overrated, or maybe it's just their offense is slightly overrated. So like because they can't stay on the field, it
Cowboys
makes their defense
more
look
balls.
A little worse. Yeah,
yeah,
that makes opportunity to throw deep balls to Pickens and
yeah. So I got weird way to start the year, middle of the year, 2 touchdown parlay or not parlay, but 2 touchdown props. Weird way to start it, but I also just feel like with Sutton not getting it the past 2 games as well as Barkley, and with all the narrative kind of just going his direction, there's really no one else that could get a touchdown there other than Dobbins.
Troy Franklin.
No, Troy
on my fantasy team.
I think he's got 1 touchdown all year.
Bro, he's got like 3.
Look it up.
I will.
All right, look it up while I'm talking.
I will.
But either way, Troy Franklin is a boomer bust type of kind of player anyway. So Sutton's got that like Mike Evans type of body frame that he can go up and get it on the high balls. So
Troy Franklin's 6'3", and he has 2 touchdowns.
2 touchdowns. Whoa, 1 more.
I mean,
Crazy.
he's got 4 games with 6+ targets.
Yeah. I'm not saying he's a bad receiver. I'm just saying when it comes to touchdowns, he isn't as needed as much as Sutton.
He's Bo Nix's best friend.
So as long as Bo Nix doesn't run one in, I believe he will be throwing at least 2 touchdowns, and one of them's got to be to his man Sutton.
We're gonna do 0 receiving touchdowns.
For what?
3. We got a J.K. Dobbins 3 touchdown game.
No way. But yeah, that's my second one. You move on to your third.
Third and final. All right.
Your final, not my final. But
you said 3 bets.
Yeah, I only did 2. I'm last in this merry-go-round. I did 2.
My
you did 2.
final bet.
Yeah, I said, but not mine, or not the final.
Yeah, but you made it sound
whatever.
Like 2 more.
No, I got 1 more.
All right. So I got Left for the Dead. My man's boomer bust. Everybody hyped him up 3 years ago. He's probably going to be remembered as nothing because he probably is going to be nothing. But we got Christian Watson from the Green Bay Packers. I think he was drafted
about him.
2nd round. Whatever. Pretty high draft capital. They're always hoping he would be the next best receiver since he started. He has some flashes, some big plays. He is pretty big body, fast receiver. But his line is pretty much assuming he doesn't play much snaps.
What is it at?
So his line's at 19.5. So I'm taking his over 19.5.
I actually kind of like that. As long as he gets 2 targets.
Yeah, I mean, it literally just comes down to they don't think he's going to get enough snap percentage. Because if he gets on the field enough, even like 50%, I think he's getting over 2 targets, possibly 3. The Packers still like to rotate the ball around, so it's not like they're going to hyper-target a special guy or they're going to completely cancel a guy out like Huge just got canceled out. Like that almost never happens in Packers. Everybody gets some kind of share if they're open.
Which is the annoying part.
And I think Watson, if he's healthy, like a full go. I mean, he's questionable right now, but I would assume if you're out that long, you've got to be somewhat healthy by now. So I just think he's going to be a healthy full go, get 50% of snaps, get 3 targets, hopefully 1 decent catch that pulls him in, if not 2 catches to get him to like that 40, 50-yard range. But, I mean, you're literally taking his line at his average catch per target is 17 over his career. So
it's pretty good average for
well, yeah, I mean, he's caught a lot
yards per catch.
He's caught a decent amount of bombs, like 50+ yard bombs.
Yeah, but that's like Dobbs area this year.
Like I said, they've used
Dobbs.
They've used Wicks, they used Dobbs long ball, they've used Golden.
Their team's
long
so
balls.
weird, dude. The only one I can rely on is Josh Jacobs fantasy wise.
Yeah, I mean, you're not going to really rely on any of them for fantasy, but
Golden.
The point just being like that line is super low. So if you think there's any chance Golden's out, he has a hip injury, he's questionable, so he may not play at all. So that ups his opportunities possibly. But I just love the line. It's just, and he gets a really good matchup. He gets to play the Steelers. The Steelers have 4 games of allowing just about 300 yards to the receivers. or 200 yards to the receivers. I'm sorry, just wide receivers, not the tight ends and whatnot. But they have allowed 4 players this year over 100 yards, a 5th player at 90 yards.
I would have to hear who those names are though, because
they're all like decent,
probably elite like receivers.
I mean, they're good.
I'm trying to think of who we're talking about. We're probably talking about Wilson, Garrett Wilson, first week.
He had 90 yards. Yeah. He didn't even have 100. JSN,
oh, that's gifted. He's gonna get 100 every week.
I'm just saying, like they Bengals last week, they let Jamar Chase and Higgins both put up 100 yards.
Yeah, we played man coverage like idiots.
Vikings, you let up Justin Jefferson and Addison over 100 yards each.
Yeah, we played man coverage.
The only team you guys
needs 2 targets
did well against was Patriots. Okay, whoa. There's our receivers, nobody almost. And the Browns, again, nobody.
They're literally like
they literally have the worst QB.
They're like a Green Bay. They have a bad QB. I will give them that. But as far as receivers, just receivers, tight ends and receivers.
There's not a single receiver that hasn't burnt the Steelers. That's actually a legit receiver.
Yeah, I can see it. I think they're a good matchup. I'm not saying Steelers defense is amazing, but only because their coaching is bad. Like if they didn't just play man coverage 24/7.
They're letting Watson blow by him.
He needs 2 targets.
And if you want to go high, look for his if you got some cash to spend, look for his higher yardage because it gets up there very fast. I don't expect him to have more than 3 catches, but 160 yarder plus 500 odds, I'm not taking it because I'm a broke boy who needs like real good odds to go ham, but I still think it's a lock at that 19.5.
Yeah, I feel like this is one of those bets that's like, I was obvious, like that's going to hit, or it's like he just wasn't going to get the workload, never was going to get it. So it's like,
he would literally have to get 1 target and not catch it for this line not to hit, though.
No, not just 1.
I guess like if you were in the inn and you knew the Packers or you knew someone who worked in there and you're like, yeah, I saw Watson running routes.
Yeah.
With the starters, you'd be like, fuck yeah, I'm late.
Yeah.
A lot.
It's also not just that. It's more game script and gameplay. Like if they're going to game script,
I could care less about that, honestly. If Golden's out, Watson is healthy.
Golden's out, then sure. Because then all they have is Dobbs. And Wicks is no one. But if they have Golden, then if Golden's
they still
out,
have Wicks, they still have Dobbs.
Wicks is no one.
And who's the
Reed's out. Reed's IR.
Who's the one guy? Or is
Tucker.
that Wicks? Not Wicks. Some like rookie or second year. Sylvian. I don't know. They all got the giant heads.
Oh yeah. But that's no. He gets like 1 target, maybe max, if that. As long as if what's his name's out, then it's for sure lock. But moving on to my last one, it's the one that makes no sense. But I'm gonna rock with it only because it probably doesn't make sense on paper, but like if you dive a little bit more deeper in it, it kind of does.
Just think about it for 10 hours.
Yeah, just think about it for a little bit.
Be like, yeah.
Just think about it for a little bit. James Cook over 71.5 rushing yards at minus 114, 1 unit. It's Josh's first running back, I believe you drafted this year.
Yeah, I got him late 3rd round.
Yeah, I decided to get Omami Hampton over. I decided to get him instead of Cook. It actually panned out pretty good for me, other than he just needs to show up in the playoffs. But anyway, getting off topic, over that 71.5 rushing for Cook, only 2 running backs have gone over 50 yards versus the Panthers. So Panthers defense rushing stat-wise looks phenomenal. But if you go back and you look at all their opponents they played, literally there's not one good running back that has played them other than Bijan Robinson. And if you want to say Travis Etienne is a good running back, I think he's like probably top 15, top 20 max, I would say, as far as like a pure rusher goes. Probably even worse than that, to be honest.
Probably a little worse.
But he can put up good rushing games is what I'm getting to. Whereas every other opponent, if you look at it, I'm not going to go over all of them that the Panthers have played, literally are just dog shit and can't do anything with it. But Travis Etienne and Bijan, they both had like 80 yards, 90 yards plus versus them. And then everyone else was below 50 rushing yards. So if you want to say, dude, Panthers rush defense stops them like crazy, sure. But I think James Cook is honestly way better than Etienne. And as a pure rusher, probably top 3, top 4, I would say, in the league right now. And as long as they are coming off a bye, I believe Bills are coming off a bye, and they kind of need a win because they lost their last 2 games as well. So that tells me they're not really going to mess around. They're going to go in there, win the game like they need to, and either Josh Allen's going to take this yardage away from James Cook by running it himself like a cocksucker, or James Cook's they're going to plan and do it correctly with James Cook just running the ball and easily going over this line. I could easily seeing it 90 or 100 yards, to be truthfully honest, if they're going to win the game outright, like by 10 plus points. So if they can do that, I easily see them hitting this line. 1 unit, minus 14, 71.5 rushing yards over James Cook. That's it for us this week. I'm going to show you real fast. One bet, again, if you like, comment, and subscribe. I can't really see who likes the post, but if you subscribe,
we can't see.
If you subscribe and if you comment in the section, I can definitely add you to that list and then spin you off. I'm going to give you a 5-legger long shot, and if it hits, you will be getting a $50 Venmo or some way, however we're going to send it to, I don't know, but you'll be getting $50 sent to you if this hits. J.K. Dobbins and Cortland Sutton. I need Dobbins to get 60-plus rushing yards and Sutton to get 50-plus receiving yards. Dobbins is at like 68, 69 right now for his line, and Cortland Sutton's at like 70-something. So this is not juiced. What would it be like when it's less than what their line is? Whatever it is, that's what it is. And then I need Tez Johnson. If no one knows who that is, it's a rookie Buccaneers wide receiver. He just had 3 50-plus yard games. I need him to get 30 receiving yards. All it is Egbuka and Tez Johnson, really, that's getting the work. I guess you could put Cade Otton in that category as well. But I'm taking 30 receiving yards of that, and then I'm taking Egbuka to get a touchdown and Bijan Robinson to get a touchdown versus the Dolphins and versus the Saints. That seems very easy enough. That gives you plus 846. Again, comment or subscribe, and you will get the $50. Catch us next time. Peace out.